the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series Big Block Modifieds at Fairbury American Legion Speedway tonight. Tiny little bowl of rain. Close quarters racing all night long. Round number 4 for these guys. They were here last week in the 360 wing sprint cars. Back tonight in the Big Block Modifieds. As always, going to be watching the 128 car. Gabe Gladfilter, defending series and overall points champion. Had a good week last week. Put himself in a position to maintain the momentum he had at the end of last season. But Casey Miller right there. There are a lot of good guys in this field, as per our usual. You got DeBarro, Schaefer, Chase Austin, the Jabroni, Nick Chambrone's in here. Chris Jabot. See John Fowler in here tonight. J.G. Boydell didn't have a bad week last week. Nick Cohan ended last season on a great note. Picked up the final race of the season win. Had a good run going last week. I think he got in a little trouble, if I remember right, and ended up not with the greatest of finishes, but he's going to look to rebound from that. You got 22 cars checked in, so everybody's going to make the 52-lap feature tonight here. Going to be time to go down trackside for opening ceremonies here in just a few seconds, but a big shout out to our DRN sponsors, School of Sim Racing, Tim Sims, powered by iRacing, everybody that helps us out. Without them, we wouldn't be able to be on the air and cover all these great races. So say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. If you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, hit the subscribe button. You know, every time we go live, things starting to pick up around DRN right now. It's starting to get to the end of the real racing seasons. And a lot of things are in there for guys that are coming back to sim racing. So we will start having more and more coverage each and every week. But it is time for us to go down trackside and get tonight's opening ceremonies underway.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, back to it. Qualifying underway. We are eyes on the 111 machine of Chase Austin right here. Let everybody know, tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers. Wednesday night, Warriors Big Block Modified Series presented by Grand Garage. 8 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget about them. It'll be the last show for the week. We will not be back again until Tuesday, the 7th of September. That'll start 4 consecutive nights of racing for the Triple Crown Showdown. PRO, the coverage from tonight, DSRL, and the School of Sim Racing all getting together, 410s on Tuesday. Big Block Modifieds on Wednesday. Super late models on Thursday. Top 20 from each of those nights are going to move into a 60-car server on Friday night. Each division will have their own full show, but everybody will be in the same server at the same time. It's going to be a long night of racing. You don't want to miss Friday, September 10th, right here live. K.R. Stolfus is going to be on the call for the championship. Dominic Santino and myself will alternate back and forth on the other nights to make sure everything is getting covered. I think KR is going to come in and help me the last couple of nights. But it is only open to drivers from those 3 series. It is going to be a fantastic deal. We're going to crown a champion from each division on Friday night. Get them some pretty slick hardware. It's going to be a big deal. So tune in with us next week. Tell your friends. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi on the chat. Only a couple of cars out. Looks like everybody's taking time. Gabe Gladfelder, that guy, I don't know what more to say. This big block thing is his gig. He is stomping it in the big car. Fairnares is right there. The 020 machine in second. Then Anthony DeBarro, Chase Austin, and the Jabroni coming around And qualifying 5th tonight, Gerlach, Lynn, Boydell, Cohan, Fowler, all in the top 10. We end up with 23 total. Somebody snuck in just under the wire, posted a qualifying time, so going to get ready to kick over to heat races here just shortly. Chime in the chat, guys. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver out here tonight, let us know who that driver is. We are going to get ready to go down and run it through. The CJAuto21.com starting lineup on the pole. The Dirty Monkey Motorsports number 5 out of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, John Fowler. And on his outside in that 02 machine, it's a Netcode Esports entry. He's out of Peoria, Illinois, Robert Lynn. The second row inside, another Netcode Esports entry from Eudora, Kansas. Drives the 111 Chase Austin, the pilot. And on his outside, defending series and overall points champion for the PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series from last season, the 128 car of Gabe Gladfelter. Your third row inside, the 11 of Shane Yates. Got to keep an eye on the 11 car, always fast. He'll be coming to the front quick. And on his outside in that green, purple, and black machine, that's the 3 car of Roderick Fitzke. And your final row on the inside, the Circle Jerks podcast, number 74 from Bedford, New Hampshire, Daniel Walker. Lining up alongside him, the 19 car, it's Corbin Hutchison. It's the Long Lane Racing entry out of York Haven, Pennsylvania. He'll round out the field in heat race number 1. Got 3 heats on tap for you. Everybody's making it through. Have 8 cars in our first one, 7 in each of the succeeding heat races. But the green flag into the air. Austin and Gladfelter, a tiny bit of contact there. Yates gets out of shape, trying to stay out of the back of Austin in 1 and 2. 3 wide and 3 and 4 on the first lap. Who's going to lead lap number 1 coming out of 4? It's going to be the 5 car of John Fowler. Fowler working the top side. Not quite as much momentum as he needs yet. I don't think that top side has worked its way in even through all of the practice. He's holding the lead right here, but Austin really putting up a fight through the middle and coming off the exits on the bottom. Here comes Fitzke, the 3 car. He started outside of row number 3. He is all the way up battling for one of the 3 automatic transfer spots. Right now, Gladfelter is holding that, the 128 car, but here comes Yates. I mentioned him right before we took the green. Shane Yates, the 11 car, 5th, working his way around the top side, probably going to be 4th at the line. Sure enough, he is. Gladfelter now feels the pressure off the right rear corner of Yates, slams the door, makes Yates get on the binders. Good move from Gladfelter to hold on to a direct transfer spot. That guy's every feature. He won a half a dozen races last season. Contact, little net code contact right there between Austin and Fowler, and that's going to open the door for Gladfelter. Gladfelter now secures second, now puts Austin, makes him the bubble boy with 4 to go. Got to keep in the top 3 if you want to go straight through to the feature and not have to worry about being out of the redraw or having to go into the B main to race for your final starting spot. Yates trying to work to the inside. He's alongside for just a second of Austin. 2 to go this time. Out of turn 4, Gladfelter closing the gap on Fowler. Fitzke now. That's a 5th place car, that green machine right there, and he's trying to get up here. Maybe make a challenge on the white flag lap, throw a slider, and trying to take Austin's 3rd place away from him. These guys all under a blanket in the top 5 right here for sure. Ooh, a little contact, little accordion effect going through 1 and 2. Top 3 touched. Checkered flag coming out. It's going to be Fowler, Gladfelter, and Austin taking the top 3 spots and going into our redraw. Everybody else, we'll see you guys in a little bit as we're going to get ready to go down for our starting lineup for heat race number 2. It looks like this. On the pole, the Long Lane Racing 05 machine out of York Haven, Pennsylvania, of Casey Miller. There's another car we need to watch, guys. He is always quick. Great in the 360s. Has come on strong as the seasons have progressed here in the big blocks. Starting to his outside, J.G. Boydell, the 14 car. Your second row on the inside. The 8 treats Dizzy Trucking, Dizzy Motorsports, number 01 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, the jabroni Nick Chambrone. On his outside, Andrew Fairnares in the 20 machine. Your third row, Josh Cox will start inside in the 6th. The double aught of Don Runkle on the outside. And your fourth and final row, Chris Jabot inside, John Borst outside. That's the 24 and 86 cars. Getting ready to go green out of 4. Pace truck will head to the infield. Casey Miller, always good in the 360s. Gotten better and better in these big blocks. Put some challenges up last season on Gladfelter. He got a rocket start right there, way out in front. Chambrone started behind him. He used that rocket start to follow Miller right past Boydell. He takes second. Boydell settles into third. It's going to be a battle for that final transfer spot, I think. Boydell in that 14 car, the 6 of Cox on the top side, the 20 of Fairnares. Trying to work their way in. Only 10 laps, and on this tiny little bull ring, they are going to go quick. Track only 0.2 of a mile. Oh, car upside down. Was that Cox? Yeah, Cox. No cautions in the heat races, and Cox is absolutely destroyed down there. Rear end hanging out of that car. He's not going anywhere but to the infield, so we'll see him at the back later on. Going to have a lot of work in front of him. Right now, it is all Casey Miller, Nick Chambrone. These guys are absolutely gone over this battle for third. Fairnares on the inside. You just watch Boydell catch the fence. Boydell fought back off the inside right there, and he's hanging on to third. He's finding some pretty good traction down on the bottom. Big bump going into 3. Always is here. Huge bump right there. If you hit it wrong, you can bicycle this car, get it up on 2 wheels. A good run off the corner for Fairnares. He's going to grab a third right now. John Borst, the 86 car back here in 5th. That's the white car with the red trim. He is coming. Oh, little bumper tag. That rolls over Boydell. That makes everybody else check up. You saw Runkle have to do it. We're down to 2 to go. Cars are falling out like somebody's out there swatting flies. It is Miller and Chambrone. These two probably going to stay hooked up right here. White flag in the air. Just going to get to this finish. Fairnares has a lot of breathing room now. I think he's going to come home third. He'll grab one of the redraw spots. But out of 4 for the final time in Heat 2, Casey Miller will pick up the win. Chambrone, Fairnares. Then it's going to be Borst, Jabro, Runkle, Boydell, and Cox. I see Greg and Peter in the chat. Final heat race. Let's run through our starting lineup. On the pole, the Full Moon Garage, number 97 out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Robbie Schaefer. And on his outside, the CJ Auto, Pert Coffee, Dizzy Motorsports, number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, of Nick Cohan. Your second row inside, the AlwaysRaceDay.com net code eSports, number 71. He comes from Bondurant, Iowa. It's Josh Gerlach, and on his outside, the 27 car, going to be Anthony DeBarro. Your third row. Oh, that would help. Your third row on the inside, the 28 of Tim Johnston. And on his outside, a netcode eSports entry, the 011 from Eudora, Kansas, of Jarrett Watkins. And starting solo on the back row, in the Goon Motorsports, number 43 out of Houston, Texas, Hondo Longmire. Final heat race, 10 more laps. Everybody tonight going to the feature. We're going to see if they actually rack us up for a B main, or if we go straight to our feature, hit the redraw, and get ready to go. Right now is Robbie Schaefer with a great start. I think he caught Nick Cohan having a sip of coffee right there, because Cohan didn't get going at all, and that allowed Gerlach to pull up on the inside to borrow right behind that. So top 4 getting away single file. It's 2 wide with Watkins and Johnston behind that. Right now that 011 car on the top side has the advantage. He is going to slide into 5th, Johnston to 6th, and Longmire way back here in that 7th and final spot. But Robbie Schaefer has been very good very consistent over the last couple of seasons here. Just has not been able to do what it takes to find one of the championships. Has picked up a win or two along the way. Just needs to figure out the little things. He's going to pick up one of these titles. He's got a shot. He can get a start at the front tonight. He'll have a shot to stay in the points battle early in the season. Might see that 97 car hoisting the big trophy at the end of the series. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let me know you're there. Tell me where you're watching from. 4 laps to go. Schaefer, Cohan, Gerlach, Johnson, Watkins, DeBarro, Longmire still in that order. Track looks like it's going through a phase right now where it's going to get single line at the top. By the middle of this feature, though, this thing is going to open up to 2 lanes. You're going to see guys on the bottom able to get grip and launch off the corners while the guys around the top are just trying to hold momentum. Pick them up 52 laps. Definitely going to be a wild one. Cohan going for the slider. Didn't ring. Oh, brought it up late. Little contact there coming to the white flag. That is going to be a bad news deal for Schaefer. Cohan down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Got company with Gerlach. He's going to pick up the win. I'm sure he and Mr. Schaefer probably going to have to chat about that little deal there. Gerlach was second, Johnston third. Then Watkins, Longmire, Schaefer, and DeBarro took it off with about a lap to go, so he will finish 7th. But a little slider, and I don't know if Cohan meant to get that far out. Looked like possibly even a little bit of netco between the 2 cars, but contact, and Schaefer goes from hero to 0 on that one. And like I said, those two may have a little bit to talk about. We are going to skip all of our minor mains. We're going to go to the warm-up session here. Going to see if drivers roll them out, try to work the track in a little bit more. We will let them do that. While they are doing that, let's fix this since this has been broken. And we'll talk just a little bit about this Triple Crown Showdown. The PRO guys going to be in on this. Going to have you 410 Wing Sprint Cars full show next Tuesday night. As many cars as show up to 60. And the top 24 are going to the feature. The top 20 out of that 24 are going to go straight to the Friday night show. The other 4 drivers will be alternates in case the driver cannot make the show. On Wednesday night, these big block modifieds will be back on the racing surface at Lernerville Speedway. Same thing. We're going to allow up to 60 cars. Top 24 go to the feature. Top 20 are automatically qualified into the big show on Friday night. The other 4 will stay alternates. Turn around and come right back there again on Thursday night. Super late model. Same kind of show. Friday night going to be completely different. We'll have 60 drivers in the service. The big blocks, the 410 and the super late models will have an entire show each. Their own heat races and their own features. No elimination races. And they will, once they get to their features, we will crown a champion. It is going to be an exciting night. The admins are going to have their hands full because everything is going to be 100% manual on that night. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be like going to a night at your local dirt track when all the big guys are there. And only the big guys. No supporting classes, just the biggest drivers and the biggest cars, the best show each night. Starts 9 o'clock Eastern. Be sure to tune in here. Dominic Santina, I believe, is calling the Tuesday night race. And then KR Stolfus and probably myself on Wednesday and Thursday. And then KR and I believe Jerry Kieser might be joining us. And Jerry might be joining us for all the nights, but I'm going to confirm all of that. Right now, that's the way everything looks. It's going to be a heck of a show. These guys are going to get out here and have a whole lot of fun. Only the 3 series involved. That's why it's a Triple Crown. 3 different classes, 3 champions, 3 series going head to head to head. Definitely going to be a fun one. If you watch the Dirt Racing Network regularly at all, you've seen every one of those series on here. You know every driver. It's going to be a great one. And that's the next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Drivers starting to take cars back in. About to get our feature underway. First couple of laps. Don't be alarmed. These guys are going to get out here. They're going to roll around. They did a redraw. We are going to wait until they've gotten rearranged. Before we go through. We should be able to get to row 5. That row there may be a shakeup. I think Tim Johnston is probably going to start on the inside of that row. But Fitzke may not. He may be in the redraw and he may get to move positions here. Borst and Watkins, row 6. Row 7, Yates and Jabot. The 8th row, Longmire and Hutchison. 9th row, Runkle and Schaefer. Lynn and Boydell in row 10 and row 11, DeBarro and Walker. And then on the back is going to be Josh Cox. So we're going to wait till these guys get all fixed up. See if we can get a little different view here. See them start. As soon as the green flag falls, these guys start rearranging themselves. They already know the order. Actually, Jerry, I think that comment came before they did the warm-up. That track was really tacky, and it's very tacky from about the middle down right now, and then really got the marbles up on the top. I think we're going to see a couple of lines of racing start to open up. We're about to see these guys start rearranging. See if we can get a little further view away. We'll let them start rearranging themselves, and then I will try to very quickly tell you who's going to start where. See who's going to end up on this front row right here. So it looks like Jabroni. Nick Chambrone on the pole with Josh Gerlach to the outside. Gabe Gladfalter inside row 2. John Fowler outside. Chase Austin on the inside of row. Nope, not. He's going to be outside row 3 on his inside there. Looks like Tim Johnston. Then Fairnares and Miller. Cohan and Fitzke in the next row, and that should take care of all the rearranging. Green flag in the air. And we are underway here. PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series, Big Block Modifieds and Falls. Fairbury American Legion Speedway, lap 1 under green. It is all the 71 of Gerlach. He went from the outside, picked up the lead. Chambrone, Glatfelter, top 3, then Fowler. Here's a stack up behind Fowler with Tim Johnson in that 28 car. The 20th Fairnares and caution. Saw a car slowed. Jarrett Watkins, I think, right here. We're going to watch the 011 car. He's on the outside there. Yates is on the inside in the 11. 2, 3, and 4. Yates bounced the car. You saw how great that car ended up going in a little bit of bumper tag. And then around went Watkins, and he is going to be the one that pays the price. Going to take the car, I think, to the infield. Maybe has damage. Gerlach, Chambrone, Gladfelter, Fowler, Johnston, Fairnares, Austin, Miller, Fitzke, and Cohan were the top 10. Still about 47 laps to go. Well, hello, Mr. DeWolf. Thanks for tuning in from Nebraska. Where at Nebraska, if you don't mind me asking?
Like it back on the pace car. We're not going green this time.
All right, going to get the guys lined up 2 by 2. That takes about a lap to get everybody where they're supposed to be, and they were on the 1 to go, so they will extend the caution 1 more lap. Next time we come through 3 and 4, we will get the green. Going to get a little dusty. These cars may become a little difficult to see. I will play with my camera angles, see what I can do to give you guys great views. All right, green of this time. Same front row we had on the last one. Gerlach once again with a great start into 1 and 2. He should have the lead off the top side out of 3 and 4. He does. Chambreau now Gladfelter right alongside Chambreau, and he's trying to keep it down on the bottom, get that drive off. He takes the spot away, moves Chambreau to third, but he's not giving up on that. Gonna run right through the middle now, gives it up. Gladfelter gonna go try to go 2 for 1 this lap. He's got the inside, plenty of bite. Gabe Gladfelter, your new leader, got it away from Gerlach.
All right, man.
Caution once again. I thought I saw something happening back there. I think Jabot is upside down. So let's go see what we can see about the 24 car right here. That white car, red trim, yellow stripe. Oh, got it a little out of shape. Ooh, we got a little help getting the rest of the way. And then the suspension bounced and gave a little, and you can roll these cars over pretty easily. All right. Change at the front. Gladfelter picking up the lead. Gerlach to second, then Chambreau. Austin up to fourth. Fitzke is fifth now. Tim Johnson sixth. Bernares is seventh. Yates eighth. Cohan moved up to ninth. And Casey Miller into the 10th spot. They're going to get them squared away 2 by 2. Pace truck is going to be allowed to go in. We're going to get a restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, they took that car to the infield. May have been no reason for a black flag. Race control may be feeling a little lenient tonight. You never know. We're back to racing action. Gladfelter keeping the lead once again. And I think John Borst turtle shells his 86 machine. Let's go see what happened to Mr. Borst. Back here, running around 18th. 17th, 18th in that area right there. Ooh, little contact. 6 car went a little wide. He tried to turn in a little early. Backs it into the fence. And like I said, the suspension on these is pretty soft. So you get the car bouncing, especially if it's not going in a straight line. And it's probably rolling over on you. So a quick cloud of dust and a caution flag. Jeffrey DeWolf, where are you at in Nebraska, if you don't mind me asking? So we're going to get them doubled back up, get ready to go back to green. 42 laps. Looks like the Gabe Gladfelter Express is back on track.
Green, green, green.
He's just really, really good, really consistent with this car. He's got the lead on the restart. Gerlach trying to go around the top. I just think the top might not be there. And if enough guys go to the bottom, that top is going to open back up. So Gerlach probably doesn't want to give that up, because if he does, somebody else will get up there. Then he won't be able to get back to the top.
Right,
North Platte. Wow.
Caution is out.
I know exactly where you're at. Caution again. DeBarro may have been in this. I don't know if he was the caution, but this car rolling away pretty slow. That's a 27 car. The red light on there on the outside. Oh, it wasn't him. He got in the 19, ends up getting spun around. 19 got out of shape, and he caught the rear end. So that is Hutchison, Corbin Hutchison in that 19 car. They got sideways and really kind of triggered all of that. All right, so getting them doubled back up. Still no change at the front two. Chambreau still in third. Fitzke is sitting fourth. Chase Austin 5th, and Mr. Andrew Fairnares, out there on the outside of that third row for the restart. 40 laps to go.
Green, green, green.
Green flags back in the air. Gladfelter, good launch. You can see how close they are running to the wall. Coming into turn 3, you couldn't put a piece of paper between Gerlach's car and the outside fence as he slings it past this open gap right here. Right up against the wall, right rear almost dragging the fence. Chambrone trying. Keeps trying to work the inside, try to put the nose on the inside of Gladfelter. Here comes Gerlach starting to build up a head of steam off the top. If we can keep this green for a few laps, he may have something for Gladfelter. Almost got him at the line that time. Gonna have the lead into 3 this time. Gerlach bumps the fence. Still had the lead at the line. So back and forth now between Gladfelter and Gerlach, and caution. I think Gerlach had the lead the last time around. Fitzke, 3 car. Problems for the 3 machine. He's in the middle in 3 and 4. Let's see where he goes in 1 and 2. Down to the bottom. Oh, clipped that tire. Yep, that'll do you. A little tumble. Got himself into the tumble cycle there. Let's see if he's able to continue. Yeah, it looks like he got the car right, and he's going to roll. Don't know if there's suspension damage or not. He'll know pretty quick if he's got any suspension damage, especially once we get back to green flag racing. So he's stopping there in turn 3, waiting for the field to go by. So Gerlach took the lead away from Gladfelter. He's going to take the inside now on the restart. Chambrone and Austin.
Green, green, green.
In a row 2, green flying back to the two drivers trying to fan out. Yeah, the implement tires on the inside, they like to jump out and grab cars when they're least expected sometimes. I think they're evil. They should be outlawed. I don't know. It's crazy. Gerlach takes it from the inside to the outside. Going to try to keep the momentum line rolling. Out of 4, a little bobble there, but he keeps the lead right front up on that berm that builds up down the front stretch right there against the outside fence.
All right, man.
He lifted and cautioned again this time. Boydell. J.G. Boydell, the 74 car right here. Or the 14 car. Well, it wasn't all him. He got some help from Longmire, who got out of shape. That's a big chain reaction. He just ends up being the car that gets kicked through the infield right there. But you saw it was a multi-car deal. So tough little bowl ring. Like I said at the opening, this is going to be some close quarters racing. We'll probably see some bumping and grinding. And these guys have definitely been racing tight on each other. You're bound to see contact. And when there's contact, sometimes there's caution. So hopefully things will smooth out. We'll get to see a long green flag run here. Still got 32 laps remaining. Now Gerlach on the outside of Gladfelter. Then Chambrone and
Green
Austin.
flag, green flag.
Again, Austin tried to get a good start out there. Can't pass the leader before you get to the start-finish line. That's a big no-no. Side by side, and that time Gladfelter just didn't have the drive. I think the bottom's starting to go away on the exit of turn 2. Still Gerlach, then Gladfelter. Austin up on the top. Chambrone moved the 01 car up there. Go on board. Race, there comes Gladfelter across. All right, when we went on board, we didn't get to see what was going to happen next. That was going to be a slide job to try to take the spot back. Who is in this? Is it Cox? No, it can't be Cox. Well, maybe it was. It might have been Josh Cox, that 6th car. He's got a bunch of damage. No, it wasn't Cox. I'm not sure where that caution came from. We were on board, and I was looking at the onboard to see what was going to happen there. Get back live here. It's still Gerlach out in front. Gladfelter, Austin, Chambrone, Fairnares, Johnston, Miller, Cohen, DeBarro, Robbie Schaefer in the top 10 in that 97 machine. After hard luck in his heat race, he is starting to claw his way through this field. He's got a lot of laps left. Still 29 laps to go. Josh Gerlach with a great start. Now Gladfelter's going to go rip the lip as well. Chambrone's up there. Austin tried to run the slider. He got in front of Chambrone. Fairnares got around on the bottom, and he got ahead of both of them. Then maybe 3 wide going into 1 and 2. Now they shut the door, closed up the gap. 20 to 111. Gerlach having his way right now. Mistake from Austin right there. That opened the door and let Chambrone get by. So now Chambrone side by side with Fairnares. Here comes Casey Miller, the 05 car. He was in the pair. Oh, car climbing the wall. That's a 28 car.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Was that Robert Lynn that crawled the fence? No, it was Tim Johnston. Tim Johnston goes up on the wall here. A little hot, jumps over the marbles, gets it up onto the fence, did a little rail grind, and then he gets slammed into the outside wall face first for his efforts. So a little sheet metal missing on the front of the car, front bumper's bent. Probably the toe out is knocked out on that car. Well, I think if they did have a rash of cautions like this, there would be cars probably parking if we were doing this for real. But these guys incur penalties for their cautions, so hopefully the behavior gets modified for the next time they get on track. This is a really tight track. There's a lot of close quarters racing. It gets really slick, a little hard to navigate. There's bumps in a couple of spots, and the cars are going to get a little out of shape. But this group usually does a really, really good job.
Green, green, green.
They are struggling a little with us tonight, but they'll get to it here. Green flag back in the air. Still Gerlach, Gladfelter. Now Chambrone had the inside of Fairnares there in 1 and 2. Let's see what happens out of 3 and 4. I think 20 car going to have a big advantage. Yeah, he's going to take that 3rd spot away. He's on the podium right now. Single file through 6th. Oh, Fairnares got it out of shape. I don't know what's going to happen here. We're going to drop back, try to catch. Everybody got them squared away, but we had a big checkup, and that piled these guys right on top of each other. See if they can navigate around each other for just a little bit until things sort out. 4 wide out of 2 down the backstretch into 3. That usually doesn't work here. You see Casey Miller. No, that's John Fowler that got the fence right there. He's able to keep the car straight. No caution. This is looking at 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th right here. You see a car working on the inside. Awesome. He's just moving Yates, and those two sideways. You kind of watched that all happen live right there. 111 of Austin. He gets down and gets to the inside down here in 3 and 4 on Yates, and then just kind of lays on him a little. Yates was trying to get the power down and get away from him, and just turned the car a little further. All right, down to 20 to go, 19 to go. After they take the green here, they'll get them doubled back up. Gerlach, Gladfelter, then Chambrone, Cohan, DeBarro, Miller, your top 6. Yates remains in 7th.
Green, green, green.
Robert Lim there in the A spot on the restart. Gerlach with a good start down the backstretch. He's got about 7 car lanes. Gladfelter battling Cohan. Cohan banks it off the outside wall. He's going to get second with that maneuver. Gladfelter checked up. That opens the door. Here comes Casey Miller. Miller trying to get around caution. Once again, Runkle. 0-0 car. Oh, a little contact there. Ooh, that was cars up and over. That was just cars that were all stacked up, and then Fitzke was out of shape, never got the car back underneath him. I think this is about where your caution was thrown. Runkle got the car turned around. A little bit on the rough and tumble side here tonight, but Cohan got second away. Gladfelter to 3rd, Miller to 4th, Yates to 5th. Chambrone fell all the way to 6th. DeBarro at 7th. Schaefer's up to 8th. Corbin Hutchison now inside the top 10. He's 9th, and Hondo Longmire rounding out that top 10. So a lot of new faces inside the top 10. Gerlach takes the outside once again. Been very partial to that outside restart. 18 laps to go. He kind of held him for a little bit. Cohan tried to go. That messed up Gladfelter. Gladfelter now just trying to hang on. We'll go back here. Watch the 128. He's in heavy traffic right there. He's going to break free of those guys. That's about 6th where he's at. Yates right behind him. DeBarro down the inside. Hutchison right there in the 19 car. Gladfelter fighting to stay inside the top 10, and we're used to seeing that 128 car. Whoa, Casey Miller was up on the fence. He's got the car back down on the track, loses a lot of spots. May have suspension damage. That car looks like it was dog-legging pretty good going down the front stretch. This a big battle.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Not sure who this is going to be for. I don't see anybody. I think somebody got sideways just enough to trigger the caution. And then they actually got the car righted and rolling away, but the yellow flag had already been displayed. I'm not sure who we should go look at. We'll just let this one go and watch the guys pace for a minute. This is 11 cautions. And we are 15 laps from the end of the feature. Yeah, he held him down pretty good, Jeffrey. I mean, it is up to the leader when he's going to start, but I think some guys behind tried to anticipate. And Cohan really tried to time him up, missed it a little, and Gladfelter got a rough start. And that really fell him back. Gabe Gladfelter. Green flag back in the air. He's way back about 8th or 9th right now. About 7th or 8th right now after the restart. But Gerlach's hanging on. Cohan got out of shape. Don't look now, folks. That 97 car, bad heat race, started deep in the field. He's on the outside of Jabroni, and he is trying to take second away. Chambrone, the 01 car, hanging on down the backstretch, really working on the inside, getting that off-camber exit of turn 4 right there. He was still second at the line. Caution behind us. Once again, this is going to be, I believe, Casey Miller. And I'm telling you, that 5 car, when he got up on the fence, I think he damaged the car. I think he broke the suspension on the rear end, and I think that car might loop here, maybe on its own. Well, it's always a bad deal when you get into those tires. So, not sure. And that car may have been laying over really hard on that right side because it had damage already. So, kind of hard to tell because it looks like it's hiked up on the left rear and laying down. The right rear tire maybe sticking out a little further than normal. It's hard to tell. That thing ain't driving straight. I can see that by the way he's got the wheels turned to the right and the car's barely going straight as it is. So, he is fighting some handling issues with that car. Gerlach and Schaefer now 1-2. Chambrone and Cohan. DeBarro and Hutchison, the top 6. Looks like Yates is on the outside of Gladfelter for the 4th row.
Green, green, green.
So get down inside 10 to go here. That makes it 12 to go. Gerlach got a good start. Robbie Schaefer found some grip through the middle on the exit of turn 2. Now here comes Chambrone on the bottom of 3 and 4. Still Gerlach, then Schaefer, then Chambrone. Cohan is up to the top. Oh, Gladfelter. Gladfelter found to the inside tire. He got the car bicycled, got it straightened. Lost about 4 or 5 spots. He's in a hornet's nest right now. 4 wide out of 4. We were bound to have contact right there. Oh, 14 car of Boydell kills the inside tires. I think he's in the infield. No caution right now. We're going to get back to the front here. Gerlach's got it under control. Chambrone up to second. Schaefer now third. Still Cohan fourth. 8 to go this time by. Cohan up on the fence. Did a little rail grind of his own. Think he's going to keep it going. Schaefer. Yates now fourth. Dobaro fifth. Gladfelter. Hang on to that 128 car after clipping the tire. Fighting a little bit of a problem there as he let Hutchison around for a second, but he got the spot back. He is sixth.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution again, Hondo Longmire. Up on the inside tire in turn number 2. 43 car high centered. Inside takes, a little out of shape. He's going to try to go. Yep, right up on there. Is happening there with all of that, but all right, single file on the restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Gerlach, Chambrone, Schaefer, 1, 2, 3. Yates is fourth, and he's going to the top side. Going to see if he can do something with that momentum line. Trying to get around Robbie Schaefer here. 5 to go this time by.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution. They
is
were
out.
side by side. Yates may have had something going there. Somebody just enough sideways because everybody's still rolling. So once again, we aren't even going to look at the caution. We will let it go. They will have 4 to go on the restart. Interviews tonight could be interesting, folks. See what the drivers have to say. Tough place. A lot of heavy car, a lot of horsepower, slick track. Like I said, there's a bump there, real bad one going into 3 and 4, especially in the middle. And it does not help the attitude of the car when you go over it to get in the corner. But final 4 laps. See if we can get through to the end green here. Appreciate everybody sticking with us, guys. Hang out for the post-race interviews. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Dirt Slingers, Wednesday Night
Green
Warriors,
flag,
presented
green
by
flag.
Grand Garage. We'll be at Weed Sport, but we are back underway here at Fairbury. A little bump in the back from Yates to Schaefer. Now pulls alongside down into 3 and 4. Schaefer's got momentum off the top side, going to keep the spot for now. 3 to go that time. Chambrone. The old jabroni looking for the run down the backstretch on the inside of Gerlach. Gerlach trying to force him to do something. Like a lift off the throttle, getting in right there. 2 to go this time. Gerlach goes to the top, gets a little bit of breathing room. White flag of this time. There will be no more cautions. I promise you that. Gerlach, Chambrone, Schaefer, Yates is right there. If Yates can do something down here in 3 and 4, Schaefer slammed the door, went over the bumps. That didn't help his car much. It looks like Gerlach will win it. Chambrone is second. Robbie Schaefer, 97 car, held on for third right there. We'll get the drivers to get them around here, give us a park. We'll bring them up for interviews. Josh Gerlach, Chambrone, and Schaefer. Oh, Robbie Schaefer didn't quite give us enough time, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to get down here. Let's see. Where is Robbie Schaefer? Honda Corvette. Well, we know we're going to get Josh Gerlach in here to talk. We know we're going to get Jabroni in here. We're waiting for Robbie Schaefer. We'll give him just a moment. Usually see Robbie's name in the chat. There he is. Robbie Schaefer did make it in. Let me make sure I got good level on Robbie. Let's get Robbie in here. Robbie Schaefer, you got a copy?
Yeah, you got me?
I got you now, buddy. Good run, man. You had tough luck in your heat race. Tell us about that.
I was running around the top, and Nick tried to run on the bottom there, and I think he just pushed up and got into me there. He apologized, and it wasn't a big deal. I know how these cars really get tight when you get on the throttle off the bottom, and I think that's all that happened. But it worked out in the feature, so no big deal.
Well, that puts you starting pretty deep, and you made a drive through the field. How harrowing is it on such a tight track when it gets this slick to make your way from, I want to say you started somewhere back in the high teens back there, if I remember right, to drive all the way up there. And you were battling at the front there with about 10 or 15 to go.
Yeah, it's, nerve-wracking back there. No quick repairs or anything, so you really have to have a car left at the end of the 50 laps. So I was really just trying to stay out of everything. I was rolling the middle there pretty good. I found some grip, and not a lot of people were there, so that made it a little better for me.
Well, you come home on the podium. Great run for the evening. I'll help you out in the points a bunch. Got to feel good with just a couple of weeks under your belt in these cars, and several to go. With Gabe having such a tough night tonight and not much on the points, you going to make a run to try to steal this championship and not let him defend?
That's a long ways away, so I'm just going to keep trying to get top 10s, and I'm definitely a lot better in the modified than sprint car, so I got a lot of figuring out on the sprint car side if I want to be up there at the end.
All right, man. Well, a great run. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you go celebrate?
Yeah, thank my sponsor, Full Moon Garage. Thank Nick, you for putting on a great show every week. Thanks.
All right, thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you back in the sprint cars in a couple weeks. Hey, by the way, you're coming to do a couple of nights of the Triple Crown Showdown, right?
I'm not signed up yet, but I'm definitely interested, so I'll have to get on that this week.
Now, come give it a rip. You can try all 3 nights if you qualify for one. If you qualify from all, you get to pick the best one. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a big show next Friday night.
All right, thanks. I'll be there.
All right. Robbie Schaefer, your third place driver tonight. Let's get the jabroni in here. Now, let's see what old jabroni's got to say about this race tonight. He comes home second. Nick, you there, buddy?
Roger, I got you, buddy.
I've been waiting for you to come back with something funny there. Well, man, it was a heck of an interesting race, man. Tell us a little bit about the feature. You guys would get started and then have to stop and then get started, and we just kept the same cycle over and over.
Oh, man, that's what Josh and I were just talking about, that it was so hard to get into a rhythm that, and it just made it difficult to go anywhere. And almost every restart, I started third. I think there was one time I started fourth and finally got in the second, those last 2 or 3 restarts. But, man, I started third every time. It was super hard on the bottom at the beginning. And, like I said, it was just hard to get in the rhythm there.
Well, it works out because you battled up front pretty much the entire night. A couple of times fell back there around fifth, but you bring that 0-1 machine home in a second. Good points night for you. What's that going to do for your chances in the championship this early in the season?
Right now, this championship is going to be real close between a couple of us. It looked like Casey and Gabe had a little bad luck tonight, but Josh was right there winning the thing, and we were just thinking how many points we separated by. It might just about damn near be tied.
Yeah, it looks like when we come back in a couple of weeks, it's going to be pretty interesting. Speaking of the week off, are we going to see this 0-1 machine next week in the TSC?
Oh yeah, I plan to show up with this butt baby. I mean, she looks pretty out there. I gotta put her out to show.
You know what I always say about guys that spend a lot of money making their cars look good?
What's that?
They'd rather look good than go fast.
Hey, I got a little bit of both in this one, Roger.
We've seen that over the last few races, man. It's been awesome. Well, who helps you out every week? And then we'll let you get out of here and go celebrate.
Yeah, I got to give a big shout out to Dizzy Motorsports and Dizzy Racing Engine and all the boys back at the shop. Big shout out to H-Treat Soda, Hot Tamales, Dizzy Trucking, and DeBarro Sliders. Best sliders you can have. Sometimes they get a little messy, but they taste darn good. Want to give a special shout out to my girlfriend. She's watching tonight. She starts teaching tomorrow. It's our first day of school, so good luck to her.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and maybe some new material next time. I'm not going to get off the jabroni thing, I promise.
Hey, you can call me whatever you want as long as I'm putting it in the podium.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right, catch you later, Roger. Thank you.
Nick Chambrone, the old jabroni, comes home second tonight. His teammate picks up the win, and we get to chalk to Josh every once in a while. Podium spots for him tonight. He's standing on top of the podium. I'm sure he's smiling from ear to ear. Nick, Josh, you there, buddy?
Yep. How you doing, Roger?
Doing pretty good. Got done talking to your buddy Nick there. He was saying you guys were talking about how hard it was to get into a rhythm in this feature, man. Tell us a little bit, because you kept the 71 car at the front all night long.
Yeah, I kind of committed to the top real early. The Gabe was just rolling the bottom really, really well, and just early on in the race we didn't have as many cautions back to back there, so it was a little easier to, like you said, get in a rhythm. And I was just pounding away at the top. I thought that it would end up coming in and kind of being more dominant than the bottom was, and just trying to be up top on the restarts. That really saved me a lot. I know Nick, he got stuck on the bottom quite a few times up until the end there, and I think just being able to control the race, in P1 and in the restarts really, really made the difference.
Well, I saw early you chose the inside on a restart. After you'd shown us that you were committed to the top, I got to ask, what were you thinking at that particular moment?
Yeah, I was trying to just take Gabe's line away, really, just to really try to get a good launch off the corner. And I think one of the times, I don't remember how many times it did it, but it didn't work as well as I hoped, but was able to get back up to the top. But yeah, mainly just trying to get his line from him, and he's so good in these big blocks, man. It was fun battling with him there.
Well, it looks like it's going to shape up to be an interesting season. Maybe the 71 car going to keep that 128 from repeating as champion?
That's the plan. I can't say that I expect it to come out and win the first couple big block races, but I'll take it. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're on your way to doing that, man. It's been fun watching the last couple weeks. Triple Crown Showdown next week. 71 cars in, yeah?
Oh yeah, you know it.
I figured you would be. Didn't figure you'd miss that out. Well, we're going to look forward to seeing you there, and wish you luck already for next week. Man, who's on the car helping you out each and every night before you go pop that champagne?
Yeah, I got to thank alwaysraceday.com, netcodeshop.com, all the boys at Dizzy. Nick had another great run. It sucks seeing Cohan go out. I'm not sure what happened there, but he was running real strong. Want to thank you for sure doing these races. You do a great job. Love going back and watching them. And John, Josh, Nick, everybody that helps keep Pro going. I want to thank my parents for watching tonight too. Look forward to next week with the Triple Crown.
All right, man. Can't wait to see it. And we can kind of tell you, even if you're going to go back and watch, he co-handed it. That's all we got to tell you.
Oh, no.
He did a nice rail grind through 3 and 4. tore the
Yeah,
bottom
that'll
of that
happen.
car clear off. So, anyway, thanks for chatting with us, man. Look forward to seeing you next week in the Triple Crown.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Roger. Have a good one.
Josh Gerlach, your winner tonight. Take a look at our results. Chambron was second. Schaefer in third. Shane Yates with a good run. It comes all the way to fourth. Anthony DeBarro fifth. Robert Lynn was sixth. Corbin Hutchison in seventh. Nick Cohan, after his long rails ride, ends up in eighth. No, he was driving a damaged car at the end. Looked like he was fighting it a little bit, but he still brings it home in the top 10. Daniel Walker in ninth. Casey Miller, up and down night for the 05 car. He'll regroup. We'll see that 05 closer to the front again. He comes home 10th tonight. Tim Johnson was 11th. J.G. Boyd Dell in 12th. Roderick Fitzke finishes 13th. 14th went to Gabe Gladfelter, defending champ. Rough night here at Fairbury. Hondo Longmire in 15th. Josh Cox, 16th. 17th to Don Runkle. 18th was Andrew Fairnair. Chase Austin in 19th. 20th to John Fowler. I'm hoping it toggles. 21st was John Boris Christiabo in 22nd, and Jarrett Watkins rounded out the field. Can't get that toggle to go. But a fun night. Long night, a lot of cautions, but that's kind of a product of the small track racing. These guys way better than that. Everybody off next week, but we will cover the Triple Crown Showdown Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night for the big show. Tomorrow night, don't forget to tune in. There, it finally changed over. To tune in right back here, 8 o'clock Eastern. Dirt Slingers, Wednesday Night Warriors. Big Block Modified Series presented by Grand Garage. Great group of drivers. These guys, they don't get to qualify. They get drawn for their heats. They get 22 cars in the feature, and they put on a fantastic show each and every time they hit the track. So be sure to tune in and watch them. And then next week, all week long, going to be Triple Crown Showdown right back here. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure. Entertain everybody. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. Thanks for interacting with us. We know you can watch dirt racing just about anywhere now on the internet, but you choose to come here and check it out with us. So for Dominic Santina and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, guys, thank you very much. Until we see you the next time, keep it dirty, everybody.